There's nothing more desirable than being a millionaire and having all the luxuries at your fingertips. Even at an early age, the road to becoming a millionaire is not an easy one. Incredibly, the effort and difficulties that must be overcome are admirable. When most of us think back to our late teens and early 20s, becoming a millionaire, let alone a billionaire, is not one of the milestones many of us recall from that time. However, the same won't be said for these individuals when they look back in years to come. In light of that, join us as we present the world's top 10 youngest billionaires under 30 years of age. But before anything else, don't miss out on any video updates. Make sure to subscribe. Number 10. Ritesh Agarwal, 28, $1.1 billion. The 27-year-old Indian is another self-made millionaire. He founded and ran the hotel and app Oil Rooms. It has 2,200 hotels in 154 locations throughout India, 3.5 million monthly income, and 1,500 staff members. Agarwal withdrew after receiving the fellowship. Billionaire internet investor Peter Thiel established a 100,000 award program to help budding entrepreneurs develop their company ideas. Oil Rooms, created in May 2013. The $10 billion startup offers a way for tourists to book inexpensive, standardized rooms without compromising on location, quality, or hotel cost. Mr. Agarwal is an award-winning entrepreneur who received the Business World Young Entrepreneur Award in 2016. He was also included on Forbes' annual list of global achievers under 30. Number 9. Wang Zelong, 24, $1.3 billion. The Ch firm is the source of his riches. China's second-largest colored glass maker, the firm has facilities in Gansu and Anhui. They create titanium dioxide pigment, a white pigment used in coatings, plastics, and printing, among other things. Wang is Asia's largest billionaire. In contrast to other billionaires on our list, the billionaire seems to keep a low profile and has no discernible presence on any primary social site. We hope to get more of an update on Wang Zelong soon in the future. Number 8. Austin Russell, 26, $1.4 billion. Austin Russell is a well-known name in autonomous cars. At 26, he is the world's youngest self-made billionaire. Silicon Valley's Luminar Technologies makes self-driving car LiDAR sensors. In December 2020, Luminar became the youngest millionaire. Kylie Jenner's official title. Intuitive sensors for self-driving vehicles, its sensors now help Volvo and Toyota's self-driving cars by bouncing laser beams off nearby objects. Russell has a long list of impressive accomplishments. When his parents wouldn't allow him to buy a phone, he learned to connect his Nintendo DS to a system that collects and reuses sprinkler wastewater. He skipped high school to attend the UC Irvin Beckman Laser Institute. Following a $100,000 Thiel scholarship, Russell departed Stanford mid-freshman year. Peter Thiel, a co-founder of PayPal and wealthy investor, has advised Luminaire since 2012. Number 7. Katharina Andersen, 25. And number 6, Alexandra Andersen, 24, $1.4 billion. Having inherited a fortune valued at $1.4 billion well before they turned 20, these heiresses from Norway found themselves billionaires when they were just teenagers. From 1849 until 2005, the Andersen family was one of Scandinavia's largest cigarette manufacturers. In addition to hedge funds and real estate assets, Ferd is an investment company owned by the family. And apparently, these young ladies are the inheritors of Ferd, one of Norway's largest private companies. Although their father still runs Ferd, the Andersen sisters each own 42.2% of the company. The now 24-year-old Alexandra Andersen first appeared on Forbes' Billionaires list in 2016 when she was just 19 years old. At the time, Forbes called her the youngest billionaire in the world. Of course, reality TV star Kylie Jenner has since surpassed her with her expanding cosmetics empire. Today, Alexandra competes internationally as a professional equestrian and is sponsored by brands such as Kingsland and Sam Shield. Katharina, on the other hand, is said to be more likely of the two to follow in her father's footsteps. Having completed a degree in social studies at Amsterdam University College and an internship with Ernst & Young, she currently works as a marketing coordinator at Norwegian sporting goods company Brav, which is owned by her family's investment company. Number 5. Stanley Tang, 28, $2 billion. If you like takeout, you should know about DoorDash, but you may not know about its creator, Stanley Tang. Stanley Tang is a Hong Kong millionaire internet entrepreneur and co-founder of DoorDash, alongside Tony Chu, Andy Fang, and even more. The startup uses the internet to improve customer service for offline small businesses. During the epidemic, eateries and consumers shifted to delivery, increasing the app's popularity and value. Tang is a devoted entrepreneur who's been building enterprises since he was a child. Tang studied computer science at Stanford University and lived in San Francisco, California. Tang controls 4% of his firm, valuing around $2.2 billion by December 2020. Tang thinks it's more of a personal decision to get two very distinct sorts of companies going. You get more lifestyle business. With greater independence comes more difficulty and slower scale if you get investment, particularly venture capital. You now have investors, board members, and staff, and you're pushed to get huge because that's how investors make money. Number 4. Jonathan Kwok, 29, $2.4 billion. He received a share of his late father Walter Kwok's Hong Kong property business, Sun Hung Kai Properties. Walter Kwok was fired as chairman of Sun Hung Kai in 2008 due to a family feud. Jonathan and Jeffrey now own Empire Group Holdings. Jonathan Kwok is Walter Kwok's son. Walter was 68 in 2018. In 2008, he lost his job as CEO due to a family feud with his two brothers. Then Jonathan and Jeffrey took over Empire Group Holdings, a company Walter founded. 1/3 of 5 large family trusts controlled by their grandmother also transferred to the boys. Number 3. Kevin David Lehmann, 18, $3.3 billion. Lehmann is now the world's youngest billionaire after officially inheriting his father's 50% stake in German drugstore chain Drogeriemarkt. DM Drogeriemarkt, Germany's largest drugstore chain, generates more than $12 billion in yearly sales under the ownership of Kevin David Lehmann. In 1973, Götz Werner launched his first store in Karlsruhe, Germany, and the firm was born. DM currently has 3,700 locations. Günther Lehmann, who was operating his family's Fanku supermarket business, invested in DM in 1974. Kevin David purchased Günther's 50% interest in DM in 2017 for an undisclosed sum. As far as Kevin David and his father David are concerned, they have not been operationally involved. We know little about them. Number 2. Gustav Magnar Witzoe, 27, $4.4 billion. This 28-year-old owns Marler ASA. His father started in 1991. Witzoe's father reportedly transferred 47% of the firm to him in 2013 to avoid a hefty inheritance tax payment. Witzoe is a digital entrepreneur and property investor who has invested in Gopi and Key Butler. The famous model signed to Norway's Team Models with 130,000 Instagram followers. Along with his professional modeling assignments, Witzoe shows off his opulent lifestyle. Witzoe sees himself as a typical youngster who values privacy. Being thrust into the public eye was unsettling at first and made him concerned about what others thought. However, he's used to being a celebrity. He also said that his parents regretted giving him ownership of Salmar when he was barely 19. They felt they should have given it more thought, he added. Number 1. Sam Bankman-Fried, 29, $8.7 billion. How did Sam Bankman-Fried make the list? The Hong Kong-based CEO is an American who earned his fortune in Bitcoin. Banker-fried is 29 and from Stanford. He studied physics at MIT. Bankman-fried is a former Wall Street ETF trader who founded Alameda Research and FTX in 2019. According to Forbes, Sam Bankman-Fried is worth $8.7 billion. His ethos encourages people to maximize their social benefit. Ergo, he wants to gain as much money as possible. Only billionaire Michael Bloomberg gave more to a pro-Biden super PAC in 2020. Despite being a millionaire, Bankman-Fried lives with roommates and wears t-shirts and shorts to work. Bankman-Fried is a hard worker. I sleep on an office beanbag chair and only return home when my colleagues get bored of me, he claims. Because like idle software, your brain loses efficiency after a long break. With that being said, you don't have to be really old to become a billionaire. And in case you're wondering how to get $1 billion before the age of 30, the first step is to inherit an enormous family wealth. And there you go. You'll have an awesome $1 billion fortune waiting for you. Aside from you, who should you include on this list of billionaires? And what kind of lifestyle do you plan to adopt in case you'll be included for next year's list of the world's youngest billionaires? Comment below and let us know what you think. For more, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. That's it for now. Thanks for watching the video and see you next time.